This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In the exclusive realm of haute horology, the Rolex boutique does not simply serve as a retail space. It functions as a bastion of prestige, access control, and brand guardianship. Within this curated environment, the sales associate assumes the role of a discerning gatekeeper, tasked not only with facilitating purchases, but also with safeguarding the integrity of one of the most coveted names in luxury. The challenge of acquiring a flagship Rolex, particularly the brand's most sought-after sports models, is not a consequence of manufacturing delays or logistical bottlenecks. It is the product of a meticulously engineered supply and demand strategy. Global demand, intensified by digital influence, luxury culture, and record-breaking auctions, now far exceeds the controlled output of roughly 1 to 1.25 million pieces annually. In this comprehensive guide brought to you by the Luxury World, we will reveal 7 critical phrases that should be avoided when engaging with a Rolex Authorized Dealer AD, along with strategic alternatives that can help position oneself as a serious, long-term client. Make sure to subscribe to Luxury World for exclusive access to upcoming insights, curated content, and expert guidance to help elevate every step of your watch investment journey. Each client interaction is carefully assessed, not just for purchasing potential, but for loyalty, discretion, and brand alignment. With Rolex holding ADs accountable for the downstream fate of every watch sold, conversations inside the boutique are often as consequential as the purchases themselves. Any hint of speculative or transactional motives can result in immediate blacklisting, cutting off access to future allocations. This is not simply about money, it is about messaging, intent, and consistency. Phrase #1. I saw this going for double on the gray market. Acknowledging the secondary market within a Rolex boutique is considered a serious breach of etiquette. Mentioning gray market markups, auction premiums, or reselling prices is viewed as aligning with entities that authorized dealers are contractually required to distance themselves from. Such remarks signal a transactional mindset and imply motivations driven by profit, rather than passion or brand loyalty. To maintain credibility, discussions must be rooted in the boutique's official framework, where the only pricing reference is the manufacturer's suggested retail price or MSRP. Validating the brand's official distribution channel over external pricing trends reinforces trust and deepens engagement. Phrase #2. How long is the wait, really? Can you check the back? This inquiry, though common, reflects a fundamental misunderstanding of Rolex allocation practices. There is no public queue or standardized waitlist. Instead, access is governed by an internal algorithm shaped by client profiles, historical relationships, and perceived brand alignment. Suggesting the existence of hidden inventory or probing for timelines conveys impatience and entitlement. Rather than pressuring for specifics, it is far more effective to acknowledge the global demand for Rolex models and express a willingness to be considered when the opportunity arises. Demonstrating humility and patience establishes rapport and positions the client as a long-term prospect. Phrase #3. What is the hardest watch to get? I will take that one. Requests based solely on scarcity or hype reveal superficial intent. They suggest that the individual's focus lies on external validation or market flipping, rather than a genuine appreciation for Rolex design, history, or horological significance. This approach often undermines the perceived seriousness of the client and raises concerns about motivation. Instead, choosing a timepiece with personal relevance, such as the Explorer for its ties to mountaineering heritage or the GMT-Master for its aviation roots, demonstrates sincerity and elevates the conversation beyond trend chasing. Phrase #4. Fabricating stories. Exaggerated or false narratives, often involving weddings, anniversaries, or dramatic life milestones, are easily detected by seasoned sales professionals. These individuals engage with a wide range of clients daily and are well-versed in identifying performative behavior. Fabricated emotional appeals not only lack effectiveness, but also damage credibility. Authenticity proves far more persuasive. A sincere explanation of personal resonance with a specific model, or how its design marks a milestone achievement, builds trust and strengthens the connection between client and brand. Transparency invites respect, while deception erodes it. Phrase #5. If I buy this necklace, will that get me a Daytona? Phrase #5. If I buy this necklace, will that get me a Daytona? The concept of building a purchase history is widely understood, but attempting to leverage it through transactional negotiation is ill-advised, suggesting that the purchase of non-watch items, such as jewelry, should result in immediate access to high-demand watches reduces the relationship to a bargaining game. This approach places the associate in an uncomfortable position and conflicts with Rolex's operational code of ethics. A more effective strategy involves organically building a purchase history based on genuine preferences. Over time, this approach naturally leads to greater access, linking future interest in a specific timepiece to meaningful occasions rather than transactional demands, creates an environment conducive to positive outcomes. Phrase #6. Can you do better on the price? Attempting to negotiate on the price of a Rolex watch is viewed as fundamentally misguided. In a market where retail prices are fixed and demand vastly outstrips supply, this question reflects a lack of understanding of luxury dynamics. It also signals a buyer's market mentality that simply does not apply in this context. The focus should not be on securing a discount, but on gaining access to the timepiece itself. In a competitive allocation environment, the true currency is not money, it is brand alignment, loyalty, and consistency. Demonstrating those traits yields more favorable outcomes than haggling ever could. Phrase #7. Is this a good investment? Framing a Rolex purchase as a financial strategy instantly raises red flags. This line of questioning suggests flipper intent, a mindset at odds with the boutique's mission of cultivating long-term brand advocates. Rolex boutiques prioritize relationships that are rooted in appreciation for craftsmanship, innovation, and legacy. Rather than focusing on resale potential, it is more advantageous to emphasize admiration for a model's history, design, or symbolic significance. For example, discussing the enduring legacy of the GMT-Master or the Submariner's historical relevance projects sincerity and removes suspicion. The modern Rolex boutique experience is no longer defined by availability or affordability. It is shaped by perception, presentation, and purpose. In this tightly controlled ecosystem, every word and gesture contributes to an evolving client profile. Navigating this landscape requires strategic communication, deep product knowledge, and above all, authenticity. Avoiding key conversational missteps and replacing them with thoughtful, brand-aligned dialogue can dramatically increase the likelihood of building trust with an authorized dealer. This, in turn, enhances access to models that many aspire to own but few can acquire. Understanding this dynamic is essential for any aspiring collector or investor. The most successful clients are those who adopt a long-term mindset, individuals who invest not only in watches, but in the relationship itself. This includes respecting the cadence of communication, making meaningful purchases that reflect genuine interest, and exhibiting a sincere appreciation for Rolex's legacy. Building a purchase history should not be viewed as a tactical checklist, but rather as an organic process born from authentic engagement with the brand. Furthermore, the boutique is not a place for market speculation. Conversations rooted in profit margins or gray market comparisons are perceived as threats to the brand's integrity. Rolex is deeply invested in maintaining exclusivity and brand control, and the actions of each client are scrutinized with this goal in mind. Associating oneself with flipper culture, even unintentionally, can derail access indefinitely. The privilege of owning a Rolex today is no longer just about financial readiness. It is about strategic behavior and relational capital. Patience, consistency, and refined communication are the currencies that matter most in this new era of luxury retail. For those committed to navigating this space with care and clarity, the rewards are not just material. A Rolex represents more than a timepiece. It symbolizes alignment with one of the most enduring legacies in modern craftsmanship. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would love to hear your perspective. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and give the video a thumbs up if you found it insightful. Do not forget to follow Luxury World for more curated content on fine timepieces and market insights. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to welcoming you again in our next video.